Welcome, you curious learners, to a new deep dive. Today, we're looking at someone maybe less known, but whose story is really quite essential to understanding a chaotic time in Indian history. Think about it. A kingdom's founder just died, a huge empire is attacking, many leaders are jumping ship, but one figure stood firm. Quiet strength, total loyalty. We're diving into the sources on Maloji Ghorpade.
That's right. Our goal today is really to shed light on Maloji Ghorpade. He was a Sardar, a military commander from the well-known Ghorpade family, and his service during Sambhaji Maharaj's reign. Well, it's a case study in dedication when things were falling apart. You'll see how his actions tell us a lot about, military thinking and just sheer character.
Okay, right. Let's unpack this. So Maloji Ghorpade is full name, Maloji Raj Ghorpade. He's from the Ghorpade family of Mudhol, that's in modern Karnataka. And the sources, they're pretty clear. Described as absolutely loyal to Shivaji Maharaj's family, the Maratha founders. But here's where it gets really interesting.
His loyalty, exactly. After Shivaji Maharaj passed away in 1680, things were incredibly unstable. Lots of commanders were hedging their bets, switching sides, maybe for power, maybe for safety. But Maloji Ghorpade, he pledged himself completely to Sambhaji Maharaj, Shivaji's successor. And what's fascinating is this wasn't just like a personal stance. It became strategically vital. His refusal to waver, it really solidified a key part of the defense. It bought time. Valuable time.
That's a really crucial point. So not just admirable, but actually a strategic asset in that chaos.
Right.
And given that so many did switch sides, what do the sources suggest, allowed him to stay so firm?
Well, it seems to point towards deep conviction, a real understanding of the bigger stakes involved. He became that steady hand, in all the chaos. He was directly involved in defending Maratha lands against Aurangzeb's Mughal army, this massive force from the north. It was a period of just immense pressure. Reliability like his was rare and, frankly, essential.
And he wasn't just passively loyal, was he? He was active, very active. The materials we looked at, they highlight major contributions in battles. Like in the early Mughal-Maratha War, 1681, he commanded a fort, helped push back Mughal attacks.
Right.
Then he was protecting the Konkan region, that vital coastal area, in 1682. And later, fighting down in Karnataka in 1685, against both Mughals and the Adilshahi forces, another regional power.
Yeah, and if you connect that to the bigger picture, his military approach, it really focused heavily on fort defense. Holding key forts was fundamental. It literally blocked Mughal paths into the Deccan heartland. That was critical for the Marathas. He was Sambhaji's trusted guy in crucial regions. And logistics, too, making sure troops had food, weapons, keeping things moving during those relentless campaigns. He played a big role there.
So if we kind of pull all this together, his actions, his focus, what does it tell us about his character, his legacy?
Well, several key qualities really stand out. Bravery, for one, just refusing to give in, even against tough odds. Unwavering loyalty, obviously, right to the end with Sambhaji. And a sharp strategic mind, particularly around that fort-based resistance idea. This consistency, it built respect. It helped hold things together under that immense pressure. Other Maratha commanders definitely respected him. A sort of silent but very strong presence.
And his death. Do we know when that happened?
The exact year isn't perfectly clear in the sources, unfortunately, but it's widely believed he fought right up until the end of Sambhaji's rule in 1689, and possibly continued serving under Raje Maharaj, who came next. His descendants certainly carried on that legacy of service to the Maratha Empire for generations.
So Maloji Ghorpade, remembered as this really pivotal warrior from Sambhaji's time, someone described as fought in silence but stood like a rock between the Maratha Empire and total Mughal takeover. Quite a powerful image.
It really is. And maybe a final thought for you listening. In today's world, with so much information, it's often the loudest voices, the flashiest figures that get noticed. But what can we learn from these silent rocks? The individuals whose steady, quiet commitment, often working behind the scenes, proves to be absolutely crucial in shaping history. What part of Maloji Ghorpade's story stands out most to you?